There's more fallout in the MSF community over this trashy mirror image event, but there may be more value than we originally thought for this Knowhere Heist event. We're discussing that in this video. Also, when is Omega Red coming back? When are these Google Play points coming back? We're discussing that along with the rest of your questions from the mailbag in this video, guys. So if you're ready for that, find that like button and let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Valley Maniacs, what is up? I am ValleyFlyin. I want to welcome you back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I hope you've had a great weekend. I hope you're ready for a strong week. And we're discussing all about Marvel Strike Force in this video and answering your questions from the Discord channel, the mailbag section of the Discord channel. And if you're already a member of the Discord, awesome. If you're not, though, there is a link down below. And if you want to get your question potentially featured in one of these videos, we do these every single week, these mailbag videos. Make sure you are a member of the Discord and leave your question there. But without further ado, let's get into all the stuff of this week. And let's start with Knowhere Heist. Is there more value than we originally thought? Let's take a look at see what the latest blog response from Cerebro says. So if we look at this Hunters and Heists blog that he was discussing here, this Knowhere Heist event seems pretty trashy. We're gonna build up some trashy characters, Star-Lord, Rocket, Raccoon, no real value, and we got to get them all the way up to these higher star levels. We could do up to 7 attempts. So are you getting your characters ready for this Knowhere Heist or not? I'm recommending not unless we know these rewards. Until we know these rewards, and if you think these rewards are worth it to you, then do it. If you don't think the rewards are worth it, then hold off. But there's this message here. There's this message here from Cerebro that we have, when asked this question. The fixes are nice. Thanks for the heads up on the Flash event. Do we know this is a bi-monthly thing like the other Flash events, or is this a one-time thing? That was my biggest question when we were reading that blog post on Friday, and we do have an answer. So we have an answer here earlier that was on Reddit, but he crossed this answer out. He was able to confirm that this event is a monthly event. Now, just because it's monthly doesn't mean it's going to be the same characters, so I'm still not sure if you should invest in these characters, but it does give us hope that they are planning to return these events on a monthly basis. And if they do end up confirming that they're using these same characters, these same Rocket and Star-Lord and Invisible Woman, Doc Ock, the rest of these characters, then it may be worth investing in, like a Chaos Theory or a Relic Hunt, where they're coming back every so often and we're just getting the value from this event. Hopefully that is how it is. But let's move on with the other Cerebral response to this blog post here. Are you not able to discuss the details about the Google Play issue because all signs point to you guys launching your own internal store? This is important to some of us, so it would be nice so you don't have to be so cryptic. Now, this was a question that's been asked a few times on the mailbag. I talked about Cerebral's response in the Envoy chat. Finally, he did respond publicly, though, so I did want to read this for everybody that was wondering about what is going on with these Google Play points. Two other things are not related. So the Google Play points things disappearing in the game and the data mine about a new web store, both things are unrelated. The Google Play points is strictly a technical thing that is being investigated and diagnosed. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it returns very, very soon, but that is it for now. We do have more Cerebral comments that we do want to discuss, but without further ado, it is Mailbag Monday, so let's go to the mailbag. Boom, first question. What is up, OG Val Smasher? Do you have any predictions on when Omega Red's returning, or has that ship sailed like this was so close to recruiting so bad? Yeah, so it was a little bit more than what I was predicting. I was actually predicting for a long time Omega Red coming back on the 7th of February. That is today. He is not back. We got Ebony Maw coming back. So when is this dude, Omega Red, coming back? Well, I said we're going back to his Cerebral message. He does have one more message in that blog post response. Someone in that same blog post was asking about Omega Red, and Cerebral's response a few weeks away, but he will be returning soon. So a few weeks, I'm gonna guess, is the 28th of February, because he didn't say a couple weeks. He didn't say 1 week. He said a few. A few weeks means 3 in my mind. So I think based on this response, the earliest that we could predict is going to be the 28th of February. Maybe it gets pushed back to the 7th of March, though. I don't know. I'm not sure when to predict this. I think he is definitely coming before the next update, because there are rumors of the next update. There's another legendary character in that update, so we'll see what happens. But a few weeks away, not one, not a couple, so at least 3, judging by what he's saying here. So I hope that helps for everybody planning to get Omega Red. All right. Next question, though, from Brother Mad Spider. Currently in Doom 2, struggling in tech. I'm about to get Doom and using tech, Kestrel, Nebula, Shuri, Doc Ock, and Ghost, wondering who would be best to replace me, because my team seems to get deleted every time I go into tech. Yeah, tech is rough. Tech is rough. Even if you bring the right characters, and I don't know if there are right characters nowadays to bring, because there's no set tech solution. You still could get deleted. But let's go take a look at who I have in the game right now that I'm using. Boom, it is these characters. These are my tech characters right now. So Doom, Kestrel, Doc Ock, those are no-brainers. Those should be a part of your trio that you're bringing in every day. Although there are some arguments Doc Ock is losing relevancy, but definitely Doom and Kestrel. Next, I'm using Shuri and that opening node. I use her mainly for that defense up. Once in a while, she'll come around again with her ultimate, and she could actually do some healing when there's not a heal block on. But normally, I'm just bringing her for that initial defense up and some ability energy. So I bring Shuri for that. She doesn't do any damage. She doesn't last very long. She has high cooldown on her heal. So that defense up is pretty much what I'm bringing her for. And Ghost. She wasn't working very well, but as I started to level her up to level 85, put some ISO 8 in her, she started working a little better, surprisingly. Now, I don't really use that special, but I use that basic a lot to reduce speed bar, and I do that ultimate to... The ultimate is awesome. I just wish it had a smaller cooldown. All right, the other characters in that rotation, obviously, are Nebula. She was built up a long time ago for that Infinity Watch. I still will use her now and then, but I don't see as much value in her as some of these other characters. Minerva, obviously, for her healing, and she could obviously bring somebody back to life if they accidentally die, so you got that. And then Lady Deathstrike, she also has Turn Meter Rewind, lots of bleeds, is a very good candidate. I know she has a good kit and people are doing very well with her. Maybe it's because I haven't invested as much resources into her and she's just too low to really make a difference in there. But I haven't experienced a lot of great benefits from Lady Deathstrike, but I know there's a lot of people that do. Other 2 characters that I do want to mention for you are going to be Starlord T'Challa. He has that tech tag, looks to be very, very good. I haven't used him firsthand, so I don't have any firsthand recommendations for him. Misty Knight also has a pretty good kit. People are going to Doom 2, having good success with her in the tech section. Also, I don't have experience with her, but yes, she's a very good character. And then last but not least that I do want to mention is this guy right here, Ravager Stitcher. Some people are actually bringing this character into Dark Dimension 5 with some very good success. I haven't tested him in Doom 2, but I know some people take him in there and enjoy him. So those are the characters that I think you should have as far as your main characters. And for me, it's these 3 main characters. And then it's just kind of building in my backup characters. So initially, like I said, Ghost and Shuri, but Nebula comes in pretty quick. Minerva comes in pretty quick. Not as much Lady Deathstrike. I think I'd rather have the healing because I think Kestrel and Doom do a lot of damage. So I'd rather have the healing, but Deathstrike is very good. And then later on, we're going to be working on Starlord T'Challa, Misty Knight, and Ravager Stitcher. So those are the characters that I'm using. It's not really a set team of 5. It's more of a rotation. That's probably what I recommend for you after those initial 3 characters, and then just building up a replacement of backup characters. But congratulations on getting Doom. I hope it helps, but tech kind of sucks. Tech kind of sucks. We don't have a solution for tech yet. All right. So with Grand Arena coming, I think it would be awesome if the first few months of Grand Arena was a big tournament among your alliance. That would be kind of cool. Almost like a round robin where winners advance, losers play each other, etc. I don't know if this would actually work, but it'd be fun. And trash talk in your alliance would be epic. Yeah, so tournaments are really fun when you're competing against people that you know, and MSF tournaments are really fun when you're competing against people that you know, and you can get that trash talk. That is why I think I liked that real-time PvP a lot, because normally when I was playing, it wasn't against strangers, it was against people that would show up on stream and we'd be trash talking each other. So that was fun. I like this idea. What's your thoughts on this? It may be a good way to test Grand Arena before it's implemented. If not for Grand Arena, maybe they could do like a game mode like this. We could spend much of our our time with our alliance mates in game. There'll be no real way to battle each other on, in anything that actually means anything other than PvP or war practice mode. Yeah, so I think this would be good. I'm not sure how they would implement this. As far as a test, though, I do like this as the idea of a test. Maybe they could implement this internally with people in the alliance, and then expand it after that. I do think that this is just because of what we saw in the blog post on Friday, that the next update, supposedly update 6.0, should feature Grand Tournament. The devs did say that the envoys would be able to test all that stuff beforehand. We have not even got any indication of a test. So hopefully this does get tested either internally in Alliance or with envoys or just random players, anybody test this stuff. But I hope they test this. I hope they get feedback, and I hope they implement feedback, because they've taken feedback in the past. They've gotten our feedback. They collected the data. They just haven't implemented it into a game mode that the players want. All right, love your stuff here, Valley. Been listening for a while. Love your energy, positive vibes. Thank you, brother. Thank you for stopping by the Valley Club channel. I was wondering if you can pass on to devs. I would love to see a Hulk team with a rework to Hulk and She-Hulk. Just wondering how long you've been in jiu-jitsu for. So I've been doing jiu-jitsu for a little over 3 years now, maybe about 3 years and 3 months or so. As far as the Hulk team, I would love to see that. Hulk. There was rumors of Red Hulk late last year. She-Hulk was in the game, and there was a rumor of a full Hulk team coming. Those, I don't know what happened to those. I guess the devs had other more popular characters like Dr. Voodoo and stuff to bring to the game rather than all these like cool Hulks. But I guess they have a plan. We'll see. But I would love to see this. I think we've talked about a full Hulk team on the mailbags enough that I'm assuming the devs are watching and they know that we want a Hulk team, or at least I want a Hulk team, but I would love that idea. Hey, value greetings from, value, I think that's supposed to be Valley. Greetings, brother. I'm a value Valley. All right, from this Shetland lens, I was wondering what your thoughts were on using Rescue or Scientist Supreme in Doom 2 tech nodes to provide a chance for constant heal blocks, or to provide a chance to cleanse those constant heal blocks. If you brought them into those Doom lanes, you would just be burning them in just for that cleanse. So I don't remember what the cooldown on Rescue is or on Scientist Supreme. I believe Scientist Supreme is 3-turn cooldown, so I don't know if they're the best characters because they're not giving you a lot of value outside of it. I guess Scientist Supreme's passive. If somebody dies, she might bring them back to life, but neither of them are doing a lot of damage. Scientist Supreme, you don't want to use that ult that gives all your team all debuffs. Rescue, I guess cleansing is good. Offense ups is good, but yeah, you're just bringing them in for that cleanse basically if you're bringing those characters in there. Hey, ValleyFlyin, how's it been, dude? I hope all is well, but here's the question. I hope all is well with you, my brother. My alliance and I are war heavy. I have enough resources to build one team pretty well, so Young Avengers or Hunter. I work from sunrise to sunset every day for 28 days straight, so not much time to play. Only before and after lunch and after work and on my week off with my family. All right, so you're talking about one of the stronger war defense teams in the game with one of the stronger war offense teams in the game. Now, my philosophy has always been war offense over war defense because I'd rather get a solid, consistent win than a team that may get me some wins, may not get me some wins. So I think war offense is more important. So if I had to invest in one team, I would go for those Dark Hunters, go for the team that kills those dirty defense teams. And then later on, when you have extra resources, maybe you get more chance to play. Maybe your spending tolerance goes up because Scopely has improved the game and gives us a reason to spend. Maybe you start to work on some backup teams like the Young Avengers. But for me, it's always war offense above war defense, brother. So if you're a little more war focused than I am, like it sounds like you are, war defense might be a little more important to your alliance, but I think war offense in general for most people is gonna give you the most bang for your buck. All right, so look at Cersei's ult that applies the taunt. So this looks like this is a response to the question about the taunt that's going on Adam Warlock with the Cersei ult to an enemy support and when she uses it. Adam Warlock just randomly gets a taunt after a few attacks before she uses her ability, and again, her ability should apply to the enemy team, not on mine. So it looks like some weird stuff going on with your game. It doesn't look like it's the normal Cersei ult applying taunt to Adam Warlock if it's happening before Cersei even goes. So some strangeness. I'm gonna guess that what we're talking about here is a bug. It probably is a bug. Cersei's ability is not supposed to go off before she attacks, unless there's something weird going on there. I don't know. I don't know. It's something weird is going on here. If it's applying it to your team, and I don't know. I would have to see the battle to see what's going on. But if you can, brother, take a video of it, send it on to support, because I know a lot of times support, they can't figure out what the heck's going on unless they actually have some footage of it, or they could narrow down the details. So as much details, better. So thematically, Sinister clones Spider-Man. Shouldn't Scarlet Spider show up? Yes, definitely. And if he clones Cable, Strife should be showing up in the game. It shouldn't be Cable that shows up. You're right on that one, brother. Hey, ValleyFlyin, hope all is well and staying safe there in Texas with all the crappy weather. It's been pretty crappy. It's actually pretty good today, but this weekend has been pretty crappy. I think I've come up with a perfect tech raid team solution. Not sure if you've ever heard about this team other than the Logan movie, but bringing the Reavers to MSF would be so dope. The Reavers consist of Donald Pierce, Pretty Boy, Bonebreaker, and Skullbuster. Not sure for a fifth, but they could include Lady Deathstrike, as she's been a member of the comics. Check them out. Let us know what you think. And I always smash it, Houday. All right, let's go check them out. Because honestly, I've not heard of the Reavers before you mentioned in this question, brother. All right, so the Reavers are a private military organization created and funded by the Hellfire Club. All right. That seems to jive with some of the rumors about the Hellfire Club coming later this year. The members have been cybernetically enhanced into cyborg enforcers. They later splintered off into their own criminal organization based out of Cootermans Creek in Australia. All right, so here they are. Here's the Reavers. And the members, Donald Pierce, like you mentioned. Lady Deathstrike, actually a former leader of the team. We have some other members here. Bonebreaker, Donald Pierce, Pretty Boy, Skullbuster, the members that you mentioned there. All right, so this would be a cool team to come to the game. But as with all teams that come to the game, they're coming to the game at the expense of some other character in the MCU that is not coming to the game because they're coming at that particular time. So would I like to see them come to the game? Yeah, sure. Would I like to see a tech solution come to the game? I think that's the big problem that everybody has in the game right now. But would I like to see them come over other teams that's been mentioned, like the Hulk team or some other teams that have been rumored? Probably not. I'd probably rather see a West Coast Avengers or a Hellfire Club or Hulks come to the game rather than these guys. But I'd rather see a tech solution come to another mutant team or another bio team. So I might be excited or I might not be excited depending on all the extenuating circumstances around this team. All right, going to a fight with Adam, and you'll see it doesn't make sense according to any ability in text. I fight against Adam 5 times a day. He gets taunt when I put him on there. So yeah, I think it's a bug on your on what's happening with your Adam Warlock, brother. Hi, Valet. I know about arena jumping, but this is another level F up. I was ranked 12th. 10 seconds before arena reset, I was staring at the opponent's selection screen. Then arena reset, I was still ranked 12, but back to a screen at my main account screen, and still ranked 12, 23 hours, 59 minutes, 40 reset, 40 seconds cooldown, then played some reset, received the incoming mail, arena payout was 25th. How the hell did I go from paid 25th when I was ranked 12, 20 seconds after arena reset? How can I jump after reset counts? I don't know. The obvious choice. If we go with the Occam's razor explanation here, the most obvious explanation was a bug. Scopely's known for bugs. It probably was a bug. But trying to theorize some other things that may have happened, I guess maybe there was a delay in when the server communicated back to your phone, and it actually wasn't 23 hours, 59 minutes. It was before that, and just the data didn't get updated to your phone. That's another one. I don't know. Someone that's a little more techie than me might be able to think of some obvious explanation that I can't think of off my head. But I mean, for me, it's probably a bug because there's so many bugs in Scopely. They're trying to clear up this crashing bug caused by this latest update, but there's still people that can't use the game. So it's probably a bug. Hey, Valley. I have a few questions. Don't know if you have them asked in the past, but I'm going to ask them anyway. Will Eternals still be OP when the devs drop more Eternals characters? Okay, so I don't know if they're going to drop the other Eternal characters. I think there was plans of them dropping and then plans of them being a strong grand tournament team. I don't know what's happening. the arena meta might have been unexpected. I know that they said they didn't really foresee the speed meta that's happening, so maybe they want to see that go a little longer. Honestly, no idea what they're going to do with the Eternals, but there was rumors of a full 5-person Eternals team coming out at one point. Where will the Dark Hunters fall? Like, what game modes will they be tremendously helpful in? All right, so as far as the Dark Hunters, it looks like, obviously, War Offense are going to be helpful there. There may be some outside use for some of the other characters. Maybe in the raids. I don't know if we have, I don't know if they're better than some of the other selections of characters that we have in Mystic or some of the other nodes or Bio or something like that. But they're going to be War Offense. I don't see them having a lot of value outside of that. Maybe you might want to take them into Dark Dimension. Are there any Young Avengers or Dark Hunters worth taking to Dark Dimension 4? So I'm gonna answer this question the same way I answer most Dark Dimension questions. Take in the characters that you're gonna use after Dark Dimension. Dark Dimension, after your second run, you won't have to worry about it. And even if you take in the trashiest characters, you're eventually still gonna get through Dark Dimension. Yeah, it could take you a few extra weeks if you're taking the wrong characters, but you're eventually gonna get through it. So I wouldn't stress on taking in certain characters just for Dark Dimension, but taking characters that you're already using. So if you already think you're gonna be using Dark Hunters outside of Dark Dimension, then yes. And if War Offense is important to you, maybe you're using them in the raids, then take them in. But if you're not going to use these Young Avengers or any Dark Hunters after you're done with Dark Dimensions, don't build them up. They're just War Offense and War Defense teams. And if you're not using them, don't build them up just for Dark Dimension. All right, I'm struggling with a 545k Axeman in Doom 2 base difficulty. I have Kitty Iceman at 13, 4 red, 6 gold, Bishop 15, 5 red, 5 gold, Jubilee 15, 5 red, 6 gold, and Beast 14, 6. Should I continue to upgrade them or no? You're in Doom 2 basic difficulty? Yes, you should. The Axemen right now are the team for Doom, and if you're struggling in Doom, that is the team to upgrade. So I would recommend upgrading them. And I don't know if we're gonna get another mutant solution for raids for a while. So I think Axemen is the way to go, at least for the near future. Hello from Brooklyn. What is up, Dante? Back in the early days of Dark Dimension, some players took Ghost Rider into the city nodes. When he was first released, he had good stats but fell off. Now his rework has brought him up to the top 20 in some categories. Do you think he could be a Dark Dimension 5 option again? Again, kind of like the last question regarding the Dark Hunters. He is in the Dark Hunter team. And if you plan on really using him in whatever game mode, maybe War Offense is important enough for you to be like, hey, I'm going to use him so much in this game mode, I'm going to bring in the Dark Dimension. That's going to give me a lot of value. So if you're using Ghost Rider in other game modes, and that's going to have a lot of value for having a stronger Ghost Rider in those other game modes, then yes. If you're building him up just for Dark Dimension, though, I'd probably hold off and build up a character that you're using more on a daily basis. So hopefully that helps, brother. All right, hello from Pennsylvania. What do you think we get another Elite War for Teal Gear? I was hoping it would be in this update. I thought it'd be here ready. So if it's not here this update, I think it's gonna come in the next update. That seems very late though, kind of like these Tadano macro boards. Not giving it to us when it's time that we need it, giving it to us months later when it doesn't even matter. I guess it will still matter, but I guess the next update is what I'm predicting. Update 6.0 is what they called in the latest blog post. Hello, Valley, and hello to the Valley Club. What is up, my brother? So from here on, as free to play, are we gonna get just enough shards to unlock new tunes? It seems like that. Maybe not all of them, but yeah, for some of the more recent ones, yeah. I don't mind Kraken events once in a while, but a character release through a Kraken event, that drives me crazy. We used to get 4-star unlock free to play through an event, and it was decreased from 4-star to 150 for Magic, then to 126 for Scarlet, and now to 100 for Echo. Yeah, those are the exact numbers. I don't know why they've gotten greedy. Maybe they didn't make the 300 million revenue from 2020. So they're trying to up the revenue for 2021, and that's just not working. They're trying to get more greedy last year and moving into this year. I can understand mobile games are not here for free. Fan service, yes, that's true. They can make Kraken events, but at the same time, free-to-play people and those who could exchange their time for money or commit more time than the spenders shouldn't be punished. Yeah, So I've always liked these events. You know, if you don't have a time for these events, you could spend money and complete them. If you don't want to spend the money and you just want to grind, you were able to do that. Now, with these past 3 events, in the 2 in the past update, and this one for Echo and this one, we haven't had that option. Even if we grinded, we still couldn't get what we want. The only option there is to spend money. And I like that I liked in the past when they've given that option to either grind or spend money, not just only spending money, which doesn't feel good. If they've always done it that way, it's a little different. But they went from one way that was very player friendly to a not as player friendly method. It's doesn't feel good, Scopely. Read your room, guys. All right, what's your personal take on this one, Valley? And please inform Scopely through your Envoy channel that they're killing their own player base. Oh, I think they know. I think I have, and a lot of the Envoys have let them know that it's just trashiness what they've been doing. Because a good friend of mine was always ready to quit an Echo event, just opened the way out for him. Yeah, it's he's not the only one. There's a lot of posts. There's a lot of discussion. I guess in the Envoy chat, though, it's mentioned that Cerebro's off today. So after such a horrible blog post, I guess we're not getting a response today from the community manager. All right, hey, Valley, after watching Strike Time episode for Echo and sitting through the comics behind Cerebro, I've noticed that along with Null making regular appearances, we've seen a lot of Valkyrie as late. Have you or Drew heard any rumors about the possibility of Odin coming to the game? Keep smashing, brother. Love the content as always. I heard Odin rumors way long time ago, long time ago. Not anything recently, but I've also heard that Scopely has a bunch of characters that they've already worked on, already complete. They have the artwork, they have the kits. They're just not ready to release them yet, which is why they switch over a lot of kits for different characters, which is why some of the kits don't really make sense on some of the characters, like Heroes for Hire and things like that. But that's what I've heard. I don't know if that's what actually is true, but yeah, well, we'll see. Odin would be cool. Valkyrie would be cool. Those have been on my wish list for a little while now, so I would be happy if they came to the game. All right, hey, Valley. Hope you're having a good Sunday with the family. So Trauma and Safeguard have been in the game for a while, but I still don't know what they really do exactly. Can you explain, like I'm 5, what they actually do? All right, so we'll go to msf.gg. We'll look at the official explanation, but basically, Safeguard, you cannot remove the positive effects when someone has Safeguard, and with Trauma, you can't remove the negative effects. So basically, it keeps the positive effects when you have Safeguard, and it keeps the negative effects when you have Trauma. What's the best time to use attacks that apply those, and any other basic info you have on them? Keep smashing, sir. All right, so we'll go look at the info on msf.gg right now. Look at the official explanation. But positive effects, Safeguard, positive effects cannot be cleared or flipped. So you can't remove them, you can't flip them. They can fall off over their natural course. So normally like stuns wouldn't be a positive effect. Normally if you get maybe an offense up and that was supposed to expire after the turn, that'll still expire. It still could be removed, but not by other players. You can't, it's like a permanent resistance. So you can't clear it or flip it. The Safeguard effect cannot be copied or spread. It's such a powerful effect that they don't want that being spread. And then Trauma is pretty much the opposite of everything that Trauma does, or everything that Safeguard does. So negative effects, they cannot be cleared. They cannot be flipped. So if you have some negative effects, like a heal block and a bunch of bleeds, they are just going to keep going. That's why it's able to just screw up the Heroes for Hire, because they can't heal. So when their charges are getting removed, they're just going down and going away. So and just like the Safeguard, Trauma cannot be copied or spread. Basically, it's a way to keep your buffs and then keep the debuffs on the enemy's team. All right, hey there, Valley Club, Ramen Face here. Wanted to run this idea by you. Thought of some shops to make things a bit easier for us, give us more options on what to buy, kind of ease up having to wait a week or two to find a piece you're looking for. First off, the War Store needs to have a separate tabs for characters and gear. In detail, I'm saying that keep the 33 slots, but you have them for separated, making all the War Tunes available, having their own gear, their tabs that can pick from 33 gear pieces, orange gear pieces, purple gear pieces. That we have way more chances of getting the desired pieces, and I don't have to refresh the tunes we want. Do the same for the raid store as well. So I like the idea. They've already done the characters in the arena store and the blitz store. They could extend that to the raids and war. There's no reason that after this long, other than greed or not having man hours to make any shifts. There's no reason that they shouldn't be like the other stores, where we could, as soon as the store resets, we could get whatever character you want. At this point, there's no reason to keep bottlenecking that stuff, in addition to all the other bottlenecks that we have in the game. I would like this. I think it seems way too friendly, brother, for all that stuff. If we could select what we want, that's gonna get rid of all the FOMO, and then we wouldn't have to buy as much. But I don't know. It may maybe buy more if I know when I'm gonna get these pieces, if I know when I'm gonna be able to farm characters, if I had more control, maybe I'll be spending more in this game. Yeah, so I'm just seeing Cloak for the first time this morning. To be honest, Elite Raid Store isn't going away, but if we separated them to 33 tabs, we keep their Bubble Balls Red Star store because it's easier to get the desired tune. Yeah, so I'm still going to be pushing for that Elite Store going away for that. But yeah, I'll also push for more slots for the raid gear in the Raid Store and the War Store, and then having all the characters available like the Arena Store and the Blitz Store. That seems so archaic that we still have that in the game right now. Keep on smashing. And there's the link to your channel, brother. All right. Nature Boy, last but not least. Woo! I got no fear, brother. Space Mountain, it is here. And hey, can you show me what you're using for tech and skill in Doom 2, ISO and T4? Also, my lines just started doing consistently. Want to set myself up for success. Keep up the awesome work and can't wait for another pitch meeting video. Hopefully that is tomorrow. So Valley Club, we've been talking about doing a pitch meeting for this mirror event. This mirror image event, this trashy mirror image event. If that is something you want to see, let me know in the comments. Hopefully we can get that done soon. Hopefully we can get it done by tomorrow or Wednesday. But let me know what are some trashy things you want to mention in there in the comments. And yes, let's talk about my tech roster first. Let's go to tech. All right, so this is who I have for tech. Like I said earlier in the question, these are the characters I use. So Doom is the character that I use. This is the ISO 8. This is the gear. These are the T4s. Let's move on to Kestrel, all maxed at the T4s. This is the ISO and other stuff that I have on here. Dr. Octopus. I don't know if he needs that healer tag. I don't know if that's the best one on him. That is something way old, long time ago. He may be using a different class, but that's what I'm using right now and still kind of struggling in that tech section. Moving on to Nebula. This is where she's at. I don't really use her as much like I said in the previous question, but this is based pretty much on her value in the Infinity Watch, not in these tech raids. Ghost, this is what I have on Ghost as far as T4s and ISO 8. That ISO 8 level 3 blue on her made a big difference in my opinion. I'm not sure why, because she was pretty trash before that. So I don't know why just adding one ISO 8 level on her made that big of a difference. Minerva, you don't need any T4s. She's a healer. I don't really use her nowadays. Shuri, yeah, I have those T4s. I still have her as a healer. Maybe you want more crit. Maybe you want to put Raider on her. That is up to you. Lady Deathstrike is here. T4's on the special and the passive. And that is where she's at. That is it. That is it for tech. Let's go into skill real quick, brother. And we'll take a look at these characters. We'll show you who I use. I use the Young Avengers, or the Secret Avengers pretty much. So Captain Sam, he's on a daily basis. And yeah, this is where he's at as far as T4s. I don't use Corvus Glaive. I don't use Gamora anymore. Shang-Chi I use on a daily basis. He's a good character. We just got this piece of gear into him as well, so I haven't used him in the skill raids with that piece of gear into him, but all the T4s have the ISO 8 blue on him. Kestrel, we use her. She's the damage dealer on the team. Same like the tech. Same setup for tech. Yelena, we don't use her anymore. Zemo, I use him on the second node and second node only. We have 3 T4s in him, and he has that skirmisher tag. Maria Hill, this is where she's at. She's an integral part of that team. Sharon Carter's an integral part of that team as well. And I think that is it. The rest of the characters I don't use. I don't use Moondragon anymore. Don't use Red Guardian anymore. That is it. That is it for the questions. That is it for the Monday mailbag. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Let me know what you want to see if we end up doing that mirror image pitch meeting of how it got pitched originally at the Scopely offices. And yes, if there's any other questions, guys, make sure you join the Discord. Leave them in the Mailbag channel for next week's video. And we'll be back later this week with the weekly news update. We'll be back streaming on YouTube on Friday for the blog post reaction. We're streaming every weekday morning on Twitch. So hopefully see you there for the Valley Club in the morning. Check out some of the other links down below. Check me out on social media. Have a great rest of your day, and give me that Hulk fist bump before you go. ValleyFlyin out.